Today's been emotional for many reasons. One of those reasons is I've made the choice to deregister my daughter from her mainstream school. On paper, it looks questionable. She's due to start her GCSEs in a couple of months. Well, she won't be now. I would say it hasn't been an easy decision, but more accurately, it's taken me a long time to make the decision. But once I finally made it, I knew it was the right thing. It felt right in my gut and in my heart. But there was things I had to learn along the way to get to that point. Including realising I haven't failed. The system has. I've had to look at the disappointment of not receiving the help I wanted. I've had to face the expectations I carried. The fear of what people would think. But my daughter had to face that every day that she was there. And it took too much from her. The more that we tried to meet expectations, the more she's tried to be what people wanted her to be, the more that she was just going in on herself, feeling small. And I know how that feels, and I didn't want this for her. You ultimately want your child to be happy. And the longer that she's been out of mainstream school, the more confident she's grown and the calmer she is. And at the end of the day, it's been a simple maths. And I'm not good at maths. But the solution has just been so obvious. She is so much better for not being in a system that doesn't understand her. There is a lot of pressure on teachers, I acknowledge that. There's also a lot of teachers in the system that either don't have enough training or are just not in the right mindset. This isn't about getting stuck in anger. I am angry, lots of parents are, but this is about finding peace for my daughter and peace for myself and focusing on her well-being. No matter what we're taught as a child and adult about what school should be for us, when it isn't that, you kind of feel like you're on the outside making choices that people don't agree with. But the most important choice has to be, no matter what the weight of the expectations, our child's well-being and worth has to be at the forefront of everything. So that's what led me to making this choice, even though I feel like I'm grieving for things that I expected. I feel like I'm grieving for a phase of myself and my daughter. But I'm allowing that to be because I recognise that part of me has to be let go of. And that expectation, that dream has to be put down to allow this new phase to unfold, to see where she's going, who she's becoming, which is amazing, and to see what's possible for her now without all of that. Looking for acceptance that doesn't come from people that are never going to, because they don't understand. Both of us are very different people to the societal norms, so we are learning to step into who we really are and finding people that see us. And I hope that anyone watching this you find that for yourself too. For any parents watching this, you know what your child's well-being and worth means to you. So go with your gut and go with your heart, and trust in your journey, because it's your journey alone. No one else can walk it for you. And you know what is the right thing. So if there is any kind of suffering that you're experiencing, any kind of conflict, if it's coming from thoughts and from external, I hope that you found a way to drown out the noise and go with what you know is the right thing for your child. It's not always what we think is the right thing for us. And that was a big thing for me, that I had to stop putting my hopes and what I thought was right on her and allow her to guide me. And that ultimately got me to making the choice. And it actually wasn't what she wanted, and we talked about it over a period of time. But eventually, once she'd seen that I was kind of set on that decision for her, we talked about it calmly, I could see the relief in her too. Because I kind of said to her, well, you've already made the decision, because she hasn't been in for months. She wanted to, but she couldn't. And I knew it was her heart leading, and I think deep down she knew that too, because she just couldn't physically do it. Her system was telling her she needed to rest and then needed to find her way, and that's what she's done without the pressure from me once I started to take it off. So I think saying that to her, that you've kind of already made the choice to not go back. She realised it was already there. It just needed to be verbalised, I think, when she was in the right space to hear it, which is a big part of the conversations, is choosing your moments, which took me a while to get to. So yeah, I hope that this helps someone to find some peace and trust in your instinct, in your heart,